Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Yvan, and today I'm back with another Halloween tutorial. Today we are going to be transforming into a woodland fairy, and I have little fairy wings on my back that are really cheap. One of them's already broken, and it doesn't really matter. It's for the purpose of this tutorial. And I have a couple of things already done that you're probably going to know how to do, so I didn't need to do it on camera, so you already know how to do it. I did put some pink powder in my eyebrows to make it pink. I do have pink spray hair paint stuff in my hair, and we are going to be taking the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. You guys know what this is. I've showed you. You've seen it. You've probably seen it before I showed it to you. I used this in my last Halloween tutorial, my Lisa Frank 90s Leopard. I will link that up there. If you guys want to see it, you should see it. Typically you see like yellow and green kind of fairy looks when you've ever seen one. I want to do a pink and purple one. So I did glue down the very end of my eyebrow so that I could make this faux end right here a little tapered off and higher. I did not do a very good job today. I don't know what it was. I just could not get my brows to stay glued down. So you can still see them. They're a little bit haggard, but it's okay. So we are going to jump right in and get started. And we're going to take this purple shade, and I'm going to make a pretty intense kind of blown out look with this. To start, I'm just going to put this on a pencil brush to kind of mimic where I want this line to go. So I'm already kind of drawing my shape. It's kind of like what you would do for a cut crease, just a little more, I guess, harsh. So what I'm going ahead and doing is making a line from the bottom to the top. And I just messed up right there, I'll wipe it off. I am going to go ahead and fill in a little of this outer edge. This isn't usually a brush you would use for this specific part of it, but we're going to. I'm just going in with a fluffy brush now, and it's a really tapered fluffy brush so that it's only lightly blending it. It's not like blending away all of my color into different directions. It's really just softening how it looks. Now I'm going to go in with this pink shade. It is very, very pink, and I'm gonna go right at the top of that purple and start blending this purple edge out. I am gonna take some of this purple and I'm gonna use it to actually like contour down the side of my nose. I'm gonna carry it all the way up. I'm just following that line all the way straight down. Now I'm going to take my fluffier brush again and go back in with that pink and just do the same kind of thing. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal HD in the shade, what is this, Flat White. This is actually one of the correctors, but it is a matte white shade. And I like to use that to really brighten up my inner corner. And I'm going to pat the edge of that to kind of blend it out a little bit. To give the appearance of more of a big open fairy eye, I am going to run this underneath my lash line, and then I'm going to take a white pencil and line my waterline with it so it gives us the illusion of really big open eyes. See if you can tell already, that's given us really wide, big, kind of buggy, you know, type eyes. It doesn't matter that our eyelashes are getting white from this, because I'm actually going to do something pretty cool with my eyelashes that I really like how it makes this look end up being. Because I actually did something very similar to this last year for Halloween, so I'm looking at my own picture from last year as a reference. So now I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk that we all know and love. And I'm just lining my entire waterline with that. And you see now we have these really big fairy tale kind of looking eyes. And now that we have that in place, I am going to take a little bit of the white shimmer from the BH palette. And pat in the places I want to keep very white, including underneath. And now to make sure we are blending, I'm just going in with a little bit of that purple and just blending those edges together. Alright, so now we're going to start working on contouring our face. So I'm going to actually use the colors on my eyes to contour my face with. So I'm going to go in to that purple, and what I'm going to do is a pretty strong line of contour. And I'm going to do it where I would actually be contouring. And now with no product on the brush and I have knocked what was on there off, I'm going to start really blending out my edges. Do not forget under your neck. And now we're going to go back into that pink shade and start blending that into the purple. Now I'm going to color in my lips with this Shockwave lip liner from LA Girl. This one is in the shade Blaze. I've already showed you guys reviews and swatches of all these. I'll link those up there if you want to see that. These lip liners work so good and they are so creamy that I'm just going to fill my entire lip in with this and use it as a lipstick. So I have just curled my lashes. What I'm going to do is something totally different to get a really cool effect on my lashes. So you know ColourPop and certain brands do have colored mascaras you could definitely use, but also there is something called a mascara primer, and it is like a white base that you use under your lashes to give your lashes an extra like voluminous and thick look. And the one I have is Lancome's CILS Booster XL. You don't have to have this. Just use, like if you want to do what I'm doing and you want to go and get a product today. I know that L'Oreal and a couple other drugstore brands have white primers you can use, and they're mascara primers. And so it just looks like this on the wand. It is a white, it literally looks like white mascara. And so I know that L'Oreal has like the dual-ended ones that there's like a mascara on one end and a primer on the other. I'm just literally going to be using the white primer to give me this really cool white lash effect. But like I said, ColourPop also has a white mascara, I do believe. Alright, now I'm finished with my mascara and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It just gave us this really neat white lash affecting look. And I know I have some like blotchiness right here. That is where the glue was from, where I tried to glue down the end of my brows and failed. So I'm not worried about the uneven like patchiness right there. That's like likely to happen when you're using glue or something like that can make you have like a patchy area even though it was completely dried down. It was just a little uneven from where I tried to glue down my brows. For some reason, like I said, I just could not get them to work right today. But I'm not actually going to be wearing this out anywhere, so you just make sure you blend and blend well and you won't have the issue that I had. So it's not really a big deal. I'm doing it just to show you guys how, you know, I did this look, and you know, so you can get the same look too. So now that we are finished with the face mostly, I'm going to start taking that same brush I had and doing a little bit of light body coloring to kind of give our chest that same effect as our face. I'm just going in with that purple. So I like to tense my shoulders forward and kind of get this little nook right here. Just swirl your brush around in it. You're going to connect this little area up the side of your neck. And that little hollow of your chest right there. Some of ours is a little more filled out than others. That's okay. Alright, now going back in with that pink, I'm just going to do the same thing. So we are using that pink over everywhere we have just used the purple. And what's left in this area, I'm just trying to shimmy it outward and taper it downward Now, the last thing I want to do for funsies is take my ABH glitter, and this is in the shade Mistletoe. So I did a whole review of this whole kit and everything. I'll link that up there if you want to see that. So I'm going to take the glitter adhesive, and I don't want to put this directly on my face, so I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hands and kind of make it tacky. And I'm actually just going to, let me bring you in. I'm actually just going to put it right here in this spot, and then I'm going to take my finger and dip it straight into it. And so I'm pretty much just putting that up in this entire area right here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just adding adhesive to my finger, tapping it where I am going to want to put that glitter. And then I'm just tapping my finger into this beautiful glitter. It looks like that. And I'm going to start working it in that area. Alright, now the very last thing we are going to do is I'm going to take my Artist Couture powder in the shade Purple Dream, I think it is. Yes. And you know, I showed you this in my Lisa Frank one. It is champagne colored, but when you put your brush in it and start highlighting with it, it turns purple. So we are gonna, can you see that purple sheen? We are gonna start highlighting with this in the areas we want to highlight, even though we just added the glitter there. All right, that is it. The very last thing we are gonna do is to add my flower crown that I made earlier today. And this is literally a piece of twine. It's wired twine, so it's like a thin wire that has twine wrapped around it. And these are just literally fake dollar store flowers that I have cut off, pulled off, then cut the stems off, and glued them to the twine. First, you shape your crown with a little bit of the wire twine. You just measure your head, then shape it, twist it, and tie it up, and then you know, like I said, dissect your flowers and you glue it to this and you have yourself a nice little cheap headband. Alright guys, and that is all for this look. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a lot of fun to do and it's very cute. And don't forget to subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Thursday, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!